Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. If you're new here, my name is Siobhan, and we do pick a card readings on this channel. Today, Spirit gave me a message about the topic, and then I started sort of doubting myself in regard to whether we were meant to do that topic or whether we actually should do that topic. So the topic that they gave me that I channeled out, they said the grandstand. And so I looked up what grandstanding meant, and there's two definitions. One of them is like a bandstand or a stadium or like bleachers, a place where you can watch an event taking place from an elevated point. And the other was when somebody is overconfident and trying to gain attention. And that's the one that actually kind of more so fit with what they were showing me when they said that. They showed me a peacock from actually this deck. There's a peacock card in this deck. I think it says pregnancy and wealth. It didn't show up in the three that came out for the significators, but that's what they showed me clairvoyantly. So the reason I started doubting it is when I pulled the cards out for this reading, we have 3 cards from the Coffee Cup Oracle that are all ocean based. We got the turtle, the anchor, and the dolphins. They have been showing me dolphins all day today. So that one I can see the connection, but I wasn't prepared for this kind of like watery ocean Neptunian message. Maybe it's connected to the message of the topic of the grandstand, which I don't even really know what that's going to look like. So all of that aside, in the intro here, we're going to be looking at this topic, this energy of grandstanding, whatever this means for you and whatever this message is that Spirit wants to bring through here. And the 3 groups that we have are as follows. So group number 1 is the turtle card. It says slowness and protection. And I did also pull 2 other cards to get us started as well, which I don't normally do. Group number 2, we have the anchor, stability, and security. And then group number 3 is the dolphins with playfulness and cooperation. So go ahead and choose a group, whichever card you feel called to, or you can select a number, or you can watch all of them and see which one resonates, or you can watch them in a particular order. There's no way to do this that's right or wrong. Just trust your intuition to guide you to the messages that are for you, and take what resonates and leave the rest. Timestamps are in the description box below, or you can use the chapters to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings, and we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you didn't listen to my somewhat long and rambly explanation in the intro, the topic today, and you probably saw on the title of the video, is the grandstand. So there's some kind of like a big show that's going on, or there's a message about this energy of grandstand or grandstanding that Spirit wants to bring through. But as I mentioned in the intro, the cards that came out for the significators are all ocean themed. And that's not the sort of environment that you would assume a bandstand or a grandstand would happen in. So I don't really know what's going on with this reading yet. So we're just going to dive in and kind of let it unfold and see what happens. And if you're here for it, then stay tuned. So you guys chose the turtle, slowness and protection. And I'm going to just put that over there. And then I pulled these 2 cards as well. You've got the Page of Cups. Ooh, it's got the dolphins in it. That's the significator card for group number 3. Maybe there's a connection there. And you have the Fool card. These are both really young energies. And it's funny because the tortoise or the turtle, I saw 111 as I went to grab the card. The turtle is, they live for really long periods of time. So maybe you're starting out on a journey and it starts out really slow, or it feels like you're going at a snail's pace or a glacial pace or something like that. But it's only because you're in it for the long haul, or you're meant to be in it for a longer period of time than, say, somebody else who lives hard and fast. Like, you're supposed to take your time with this, whether it's your own process of maturation or it's something else that you're doing. But it's like the slowness, it says in this card, is for your protection. Because you're going to learn through the experience as you grow, as you age, as you mature, as you gain wisdom, as you gain experience. so on and so forth. But I'm also seeing the protection being about, like, say, for example, the fool here on the edge of the cliff. If he's going too fast, he's not going to notice that cliff. Well, in this case, it's like a void, but usually it's a cliff. And if you're going too fast, you're not going to see that or have time to be able to react to that or respond. So I think the slowness here is for your protection in two ways, because it gives you time to really take in what you're experiencing. And also it prevents you from making any missteps. Something about playing your cards right, I just heard as well, and taking your time to study or analyze what you have. I just heard about face, something that's like, soldiers in a line, about face, turning and facing in a different direction, something about the way that you're facing. Maybe this is slowness that gives you time to reorient yourself and choose a direction that's right for you. One that feels more aligned, with this Page of Cups, it's giving me this energy of like, is it aligned with your heart and soul? Does it feel right for you? Is it going to be the right environment? I keep getting something about environment for you, Group 1. That's going to help you really thrive in the long term, because you don't want to put yourself in a position in the short term that's like temporarily good, but in the long term it could squash some of your growth or prevent you from reaching that full maturity level. The Magician, you got the first and second card of the major arcana in the tarot. So again, this is the new beginning. This is a fresh start for you. I still don't know how this relates to the message about the grandstand. I heard making room for the show. Making room for the show. And taking your time to prepare for the show. Like you've got to start small here, or you've got to start with intention and start building from there is kind of what this feels like. To get to the 10 of Wands, interesting. Something about slogging along, and like a big weight. I keep getting a message about environment here. Not something I normally get from 10 of Wands, but they're showing me, like, again, if this is the wrong environment for you, it's going to put a heavy toll on your back and it's going to prevent you from growing. The right environment can help you to have this longevity that lasts through the ages. The wrong environment is going to squash your growth, and it's going to prevent you from getting to this next level of skill or mastery or experience that you're intending to get to here. So it feels like you have to be careful and conscientious of the environment you're in, and if it's big enough or if it's robust enough or hardy enough for you to be able to thrive in it. And another new start energy, the Ace of Swords. Look at all this beginning energy. The only one that you don't have that's beginning is the 10 of Wands, but even the 10, if we take away the number 0, is number 1. So yes, it's a completion point, but it starts the cycle over again. So you have just maybe gone through a phase of your development and you're ready to start showcasing that information or what you learned. But there's something here about, like, in the beginning stages, you can't rush ahead. You can't skip any steps. You can't move faster than you are able to. Even if you want to be able to move faster, you're not meant to move faster than you're currently able to do. And there's good reason for that, because there's information, ideas, there's intentions, there's steps that need to be taken in the proper order or the timing or right environment. Again, I keep getting environment for you guys. Like, you need the right environment to really create this level of growth that you're looking for here. And so you do have to kind of like take your time and observe. That's big message here. 5 of Wands, because the wrong environment is going to be catastrophic. And I that's a bold statement, but Spirit is not mincing words lately, I've noticed. Like, they're bringing through these messages that are very, very cut and dry. They're very sort of like blunt and to the point. So the wrong environment is going to be damaging for you. And it's like they're showing me this energy of toxicity. If you're in the wrong environment, it might be right for someone else, but just because they're not allergic to grass doesn't mean that you aren't. So it's like, if you want to thrive and you're exposed to something that you're allergic to on a consistent basis, I don't think this is literal, but it could be. But it's like you're energetically sort of, it rubs you the wrong way. They're showing me sandpaper grating on your skin. To be in this wrong environment, you need to be in the right environment so that that conflict internally or externally doesn't limit your growth. Something about not squandering your results. They just said not squandering your results. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, they said put yourself in position. And now they're showing me the stadium. Now they're showing me that grandstanding energy. So you are meant, this is something that you've intended, you've set into motion, cause and then the effect, or this Wheel of Fortune talking about the momentum that's been put in place here, the inertia that initial action has started to build, the momentum, it's taking you in this direction. But they said put yourself in the right position, and I'm hearing something about misdirection. Oh, the magician. They're showing me a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat and doing all these tricks, and it's through misdirection. You know, they distract you with their right hand, and then they do a trick with the left hand, and you're like, ooh, look at that. And on some level, you know that it's not true or real magic, but it still is believable enough that it's entertaining, and that's what you're there for. So there's something about that as well. Maybe this is part of what you do. But they're saying something about sleight of hand. And they're showing me that 10 of Wands, sleight of hand to remove the burden. I don't know what this is talking about yet. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles to get to the golden cash. And there's the peacock. And I mentioned in the intro that when Spirit gave me I just heard instigation. Okay, sorry, hold on. When Spirit gave me the idea for this reading or for the topic, they showed me a peacock specifically from the Success, Pride, Crown from this Coffee Cup Oracle deck. But now you've got this peacock here. So it feels like you're meant to show something off here. Not deceptively, like you just need to be in the right environment to like shake off some of the debris that's been holding you down and keeping you from expressing yourself fully, and then getting to the outcome that you want, or something about frequency I just heard as well. So we've got the Lovers card too. What is this frequency you're talking about for group number 1, Spirit? They said taking your time. So maybe this is a frequency of patience, stability. Yeah, something about slow progress, they're saying. And it's like this is a redirection. This is meant to happen that way. But they keep saying something about to keep you distracted, and I can't tell yet if it's good or bad. Like, are you supposed to be distracted? Is this part of the game that you're playing here or something? Or is that distraction and that sleight of hand or the illusion involved here intended to slow you down, and that's for your protection? I think that might be it. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. The 3 of Cups. Let me see what else. The 10 of Swords. I was going to say I saw 10-10 on the recording time, and you've got these 2 10s. Now, these are the difficult 10s in the deck. The other 2 10s are the good ones. But it feels like this is an ending of something. Oh, no, they're telling me. Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry. So it's protection from getting to this difficult ending. Because if you do the beginning steps right, then the outcome will be aligned and it won't have this distorted, unhappy result. And they're saying, again, positioning yourself correctly and something about the environment. So like if you're setting yourself up here for success, you're making sure that you're doing things slow, steady, taking your time, analyzing, and being in the right environment. They just keep driving that home here. And maybe it's about a relationship or a partnership or a literal place that you are, like a home or a business. It's like a physical place, but it's also an energetic environment that they keep showing me here. And the distraction, something about the moon card is with the distraction, the illusion, the sleight of hand, the moon. Yeah, the moon's all about illusion. The sleight of hand is intended to kind of keep you off course. They just said, what? Okay. You've got the Hermit on the bottom. To keep you off course? I just heard something about a golf course. I'm having a really hard time, Spirit and group number 1, with this reading, with these messages, because I'm not really seeing how they're fitting together. Oh, here we go. All that glitters is not gold. So this is why you're being encouraged to take your time and to assess the real true value of something, because you don't want to invest in something or to spend a lot of time somewhere or with someone that is going to be damaging in the long run for you. It's just going to lead to unnecessary conflict. I'm hearing something about unruly. But maybe there's something about this person or this job or this place that it looks good on the surface. And you're like, oh, good, I get to play and be free and I get to have fun and it's going to be all great and that's going to lead me to my goal. But there's some kind of sleight of hand that's happening here. There's some kind of an illusion that's taking place. And this is kind of like a Neptunian energy. Like maybe the fantasy is what's clouding your ability to discern or to see clearly what's going on here. Like somebody's wearing a mask. The magician is, I don't know. Can we trust him? Can we not? I don't know. And I think the Hermit here is like really the only energy that's like super grounding and stabilizing, because it's old and wise and it's been through it all. So it like kind of knows how to call stuff out. It's got a big bullshit radar here with the Hermit and the Turtle. So there's something about this young, naive, trusting energy that just doesn't have the experience yet to know what's safe and what's not, what's true and what's not. It's like believing the sleight of hand and seeing it as real magic, but it's not. And this Hermit here is like some level of experience that you have, that you've gained. I just heard something about past lives. So maybe you've been through something similar before and it's like pinging your radar. And you're like, hold on, like this all seems too good to be true. There's something under the surface here that's not quite right. And Spirit wants you to suss that out, because in doing so and in taking your time to do that, you're going to put yourself in the right position where the intentions and the actions and the new state of growth that you're entering into is actually going to result in something good, something stable, something real, something valuable, not this all that glitters is gold, fool's gold, you know? So, wow. Okay. With the Fool card I was mentioning, like you want to go slow so that you don't accidentally fall off the cliff. And this come to the edge card is she's like right on the edge of the cliff. And maybe that's what you need to do though, you know, like to approach the edge of the cliff slowly so that you can look down and see how far the drop is. Because from far away, it might seem like it's a really short drop, but if you got up right to the edge and looked straight down from that perspective, you're like, oh my God, that is a really large drop, and I need to wait until my wings are ready, or until the staircase is built, or until I'm seeing a fireman pole that can carry me down safely, so that I'm not putting myself in an environment. In that case, it would be like jumping into the air without having the necessary things to be able to thrive in that environment. Like you don't want to drop like a stone here. A change is in the wind. Ooh, yeah, I can feel that. Like there's a big change that's taking place here. And you're meant to embrace that change, but they just kind of want you to, like, maybe it's just for right now. Maybe this isn't a forever energy. I mean, obviously it's not, right? Because you've got to grow, you've got to evolve, you've got to expand. But just for now, it's like, kind of like, take a look at where you're at and see, or like size it up, maybe sizing up someone else, or sizing up what you're doing here, or this place that you're in currently. On the bottom, we have to be fair. That's the scales of justice and balance. Something equalizing, I'm hearing. Yeah, something needs to balance out here. Be flexible and building blocks as well. But it's slow. It's a slow process to build something. And you do have to be flexible here, because there's some adaptation or some changes. Now, okay, when I said adaptation, I immediately felt like, no, do not adapt to an environment that is wrong for you. Don't even try to do that. Just recognize that it's not for you, and go elsewhere. Because to try to adapt, it's like it will work in the short term, but it's going to kill you in the long run, because it's not going to let you thrive in the way that you need to. What are we talking about here, Spirit, for group number 1? What are we even talking about here? Hopefully this makes sense to you and you can kind of put this together. Peace and serenity with the dove. Okay, I heard messenger. Messenger, you got that Ace of Swords and that page. Pages can be messengers as well. So you're meant to receive some kind of a message. Or are you the messenger? And what kind of messages are you meant to be delivering? Peace and serenity. Messages about, oh, that's not real gold. Messages about, oh, that's not a healthy relationship. Not necessarily pointing out red flags, but just being able to recognize them. Like I see this energy of like you can see, or you're given insight into something that other people maybe don't see because they're distracted. And you've got to make sure that that doesn't happen to you, that you don't get distracted and then kind of accidentally fall off that cliff. Lock and unlock with the key. Something about the key to your success. What's the key to group number 1's success? They're pointing me back to the Page of Cups here. The key to your success. It feels like emotional sensing, intuition, being able to feel into the environment or feel into somebody else's energy. Now, you're not probing them. You're just kind of like trusting your instincts is the vibe that I'm getting here. That's the key to your success, is to be able to spot what's not for you and to go in the other direction when that's necessary to do. The snake, desire and attraction, like to be able to spot some kind of snake in the grass to prevent yourself from being distracted and then like stepping on it and whoops, now you're poisoned. So again, like poison and something about a toxic environment. I just heard something about pH levels. And the lion, strength and success. So the key to your success here is having the strength to like feel, and to not let any kind of instant gratification or attraction to something that seems really like, ooh, wow, oh, shiny and new, to kind of pull you off course, just because they're just distractions. And the wind is changing all the time. They just showed me the wind moving in one direction and then changing and then changing and then changing. And it's like you kind of have to stop and feel it to get an idea of the direction you want to go, because the wind is trying to push you in all different directions. You have to tune into your inner wisdom. You have to slow down and give yourself the time to feel that, rather than moving at this really, really fast pace that's ultimately going to sabotage your efforts, because it's going to cause you to make some kind of mistakes here. And then again, on the bottom of the deck, this came up earlier, the success and pride card with the crown. Oh, there's the peacock I was mentioning before and in the intro. And then you've got the cat, jealousy, and gossip. Husband, marriage, a relationship could be part of this, and going in a different direction. Your success is clearly being highlighted here because they mentioned that with the key, and then we got the success card with the lion and success card with the crown. Yeah, so you kind of, I'm getting this message about like watching your back, protecting yourself. I'm also shown that you are protected and you get these downloads or you get these messages or insights about things that are not for you. Places you're not supposed to be, any kind of unwanted energy or influence or distraction. Like you're getting very clear messages about these things, but I think the only hindrance to being able to actually heed those or even hear them is to slow down. It's actually just to like sit in that silence, to be able to feel, to be able to sense, to be able to see, because that's where you're going to get the downloads. Now, the only other thing that might block it is block the downloads, or the clarity that they're meant to bring you, is if you're in the wrong environment and it's weighing on your system. Like you're busy carrying all of these sticks with that 10 of Wands energy, or you're burnt out with that 10 of Swords energy, and then you don't have like the sensory or emotional capacity to process what's actually going on in the environment or from other people or with these messages and downloads that you're meant to be getting to protect you. So make sure that you're spending some time alone to contemplate, to clear your energy, to reground yourself in your own vibration, your own frequency, to make sure that you're in a balanced state, because in doing that, you're going to be able to register a difference. It's like they're showing me like resetting the bullshit radar. It's not about just bullshit. It's just, but now I'm hearing bullshit. That's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. But like you'll be able to identify where things are off because you have calibrated yourself to be able to detect that, because you know your baseline. That's really the vibe I'm getting here. There could be somebody who is grandstanding in the sense that they're showing off something that isn't actually valuable to you, healthy to you, authentic to you, but there's some kind of a desire or attraction that's pulling you in there. Maybe it's satiating a temporary need or meeting or gratifying a temporary desire. So just be careful with that and take your time. This is the message Spirit wanted to bring you today, and this is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna get a final closing message. Let's see. They want one more from this deck. I was gonna go in with a different deck, but they said this one again, so one more message to close out your reading, group number 1. The tribe. Paying attention to your environment as it relates to the people that you are around every day, that you spend time with, that I just heard I'm locked up, that you're locked up with, or do you feel like they lock you up? Or are you locking yourself away to prevent any of this energy from getting in? I don't know. Take it as it resonates. This one feels very hard to pin down. There's just so much illusion, smoke and fog and mirrors here that it's really hard for me to, even as the reader, to get a read on it, an accurate read on it. So I can only imagine how it feels for you. But yeah, what Spirit's recommending here is taking your time, slowing down, getting grounded so that you can clear your energy and hear the downloads as they come in, or see the insights, because that's going to clear all this up. And serendipity. That's going to put you in alignment. Right place, right time with that Wheel of Fortune underneath. That's what they were saying. Putting you in the right place at the right time. And maybe getting even like they're showing me like the stands. The further you go up in the stands, the more of a bird's eye view you're getting on this, and the more you can see what's actually going on here. So maybe an elevated perspective would be helpful, or even just like some distance to get away from this temporarily. Again, to realign to your own energy. That'll help. Okay, so I think that's it, group number 1. I think I'll leave it there. I hope it was helpful. Again, just take what resonates and leave the rest. This reading kind of felt murky to me, but I hope that you got something from it and that it helps you, Yeah. So I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of the members here on the channel that support my work in various ways. Thank you to all of the members and subscribers who have sent in donations, either in monetary form or through decks. I think most of the decks we used today were sent in from my Amazon wishlist, so thank you guys for that. And thank you to Becca from Otter Spirit for the discount code and for these crystal jewelry that I have been loving to connect to and wear. If you want 20% off on otterspirit.com, the discount code is linked in the description box below. Thanks again, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the anchor with stability and security. And in the intro, I was kind of rambling a bit about why I am doing this reading topic or what Spirit channeled through to me. And I still don't really know what it is that we're talking about here in terms of this topic. It's something about grandstanding, something about like a show that's being put on and a message that Spirit wants to show to you. I'm hearing the word expose, exposing something that was maybe threatening your security or something that you're meant to embody more of or anchor in so that you can show up differently. Let's see. 5 of Cups. I just heard the grandstanding effect, and they're pointing me to the 5 of Cups. Hold on. Let me riddle this one out. The grandstanding effect. Oh, they're showing me like when sound reverberates around a stadium because of the way that it's shaped. And the Ace of Cups. It's like the heart chamber. There's something that's been reverberating in the heart chamber that was painful, that maybe threatened your security, and you're needing to anchor in this love or this healing, this peace that's going to help you to put the past behind you or to put this pain away for good, I'm hearing. Lasting security, lasting stability, I'm hearing. Okay. Let's get a little deeper here. What is it that we're talking about for group number 2? The 9 of Wands. I'm hearing lasting security again, but it's like you've been through quite a lot, and it seems to be like echoing around in the chamber of your heart or in your body in some way. I just heard seclusion. The number 9 is a self-isolated energy because it's connected to the Hermit in the major arcana. But seclusion and the difference, they're showing me like a stadium that's filled with people and how that affects the acoustics versus a theater or a stadium that's empty. What are you filling your stadium with? The Justice card. Something about relationships. I heard the people in your life. The relationships that you keep. Filling up the stands. King of Pentacles could be one of these people that are in the stadium. No, I just heard the performer. This is the person that's on stage then. Something about that King of Pentacles, the Bull, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, about the Bull's Taurus. But there's something about, I just heard something about a mock-up, like a test run. What do you mean? And they're pointing me back to the security message or the security word on the card there. They keep showing me this stadium in varying degrees of like full and not full, empty, before the show, like doing security checks. They're showing me guys in like bulletproof vests, like security for the performer coming in, doing a pre-show run, making sure that things go smoothly, making sure that all sides, all aspects are accounted for, All the tickets are counted. There's something about really like double checking everything because that creates a sense of security. Five of Swords. So, okay, now they're showing me like checking. You know when you go to a concert and they check your bags? They make sure that you're not taking in any weapons or anything. I heard Portal of Peace just now. Okay, Portal of Peace. And they're showing me walking through like a metal detector. And it's like this portal of peace because you can't take anything that is a weapon in through that portal. That's interesting. I never would have thought about it that way. Maybe there's like an actual stadium or an event here. The Devil, yeah, I heard no negative influence, no negative influence. When you've anchored your own stability and you're in the portal of peace, none of that energy can get at you. It can't touch you. Even if you're surrounded by a stadium full of people, that energy cannot touch you. But they want you to look at when you're alone in the stadium, what's echoing around still. So like what exists within you that needs to be healed, because that's really the only in that can let something slip by. Temperance. I was feeling that card, temperance and justice here. There's a lot to do with this security and stability through balance and through preparation too. Doing your due diligence, I just heard, your due diligence. Making sure that you are doing the pre-work, but I also just heard something about making amends. Ooh, the Death card. Making amends for what? Oh, I heard a situation unresolved, and they're pointing me from death to the Five of Cups, death and then the grief that comes after the loss. So a situation unresolved that's needing to be healed here within you, because to keep carrying it around, it's like that metal detector malfunctions or the security guards aren't keeping an eye on that gate, and so somebody can slip something right around it. So it's kind of like you're making sure that you are in alignment with your own laws. Does that make sense? Like your own energy being in alignment? Ten of Swords. I did just hear don't push forward, and they're showing me a bunch of people in a crowd trying to push forward all at once, and that creates like real problems. I don't know why they keep showing me this for you guys. Like the whole topic is kind of like the grandstand, the stadium, like yes, but we didn't really talk too much about it in group number 1. For you guys, that's all they're showing me is like this stadium and concerts and like, or sporting events or something like that. But they did say performer, so something about a concert. Maybe this is literal for you. I don't know. But they just want to make sure that you know that you're safe and protected, especially when you don't let anything in from the outside, when you're internally safe and sound, when your internal space is secure. And you do that through healing, self-growth, self-mastery, taking the time to know what you've got going on the inside, because that's going to help you to not let anything in from the outside that might match that. Yeah, look at that. He's sitting, Four of Swords. It's like taking the time to meditate on what is going on within you and to heal it from the root, from the source, from the heart. And look at, he's got this protective triangle around him. And he's got his armor on. So you're safe, you're anchored, you're secure, you're stable no matter where you go, no matter who's around you, you're able to... I'm hearing something about keep up and make it work, but then they were saying something about don't push forward over here, so that's interesting. Wheel of Fortune. I heard making the mask go away, making the mask go away, and then you have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. And I saw the rainbow and I heard a happily ever after moment. A happily ever after moment. The security team is doing their job, I just heard. So I feel like you might be the performer in this case, like in this metaphor, or in this example they're showing me. It's like you're the performer and you're being protected here. And you need to do that inner work so that that can work for you. You've got envelope, unfolding surprise. I heard making a way forward. Something's going to be delivered to you. I heard hand over fist. Hand open is greater than a fist because a fist is really only used for fighting. Well, at least in this example, where the open hand is open to receive or give. So there's something about, but hand over fist can also talk about getting money hand over fist or something happening quickly. There is a surprise. There's something that you're not expecting. I'm hearing the word boon. Okay, that's like a wish, something that you've desired, an opportunity. Oh, you got the turtle, slowness and protection. This was the significator for group number 1. I forgot I put that back in. So you're very protected here, very protected. But they want you to know, like, if there are any areas where some of this pain is still bouncing around inside you, they want you to look at that because that's the only thing that could potentially be like a leak in the boat that sinks it. I'm switching to another metaphor here, but it's like the only thing that could let that unwanted energy or allow it to slip past the security. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to kind of take a look at where that pain resides and fill it up and heal it and seal the cracks and secure the, the territory, the defenses so that you are fully protected. Everything's shored up here. And then there's a really great opportunity here for you to showcase your skills, your gift, what you've created, what you're talented at, what you've built, something that you've invested a lot of time, energy, and or money into. You're going to get a lot back from that. There could be a check. There could be, some kind of an opportunity or an offer that's very stable for you, and it's connected to your sense of security, both emotionally and financially. So I feel like this is worth taking the time and doing those pre-checks, those check with the microphone and the security and all that, because that way you're going to get this right. And it's not about perfectionism, it's just about protection here. Teeth, control and change, but it's the golden tooth. I'm hearing your needs will be met. Your needs will be met. Something about FOMO. I just heard fear of missing out, trying to control the outcome. Love, new love, and the heart. I did mention something about relationships up here with the Justice card, I think. And then on the bottom, you've got gazelle, change and purity. So a lot to do with change here. Okay, I just heard changing your ways. Are you? Oh, look at on the bottom. I just noticed soulmates. Yeah, there's something about a relationship that's being highlighted here. What's the connection with the relationship? Was this a past love that was lost and that pain is still echoing in the heart? And it's preventing you from really showing up and being yourself in a new relationship or opening up to a new one coming in, because the Ace of Cups can be literally a new relationship or something that's offered to you in terms of love. Wow, look at that. Not for you. Not for you. Sort of similar energy to group number 1, so I can see why that energy is here with their card. It's like knowing what energy is toxic and not for you, being able to spot those red flags and being able to secure yourself from the inside out, because you're aware of what your triggers are or what your wounds are or where there are potential sort of like areas that someone could poke and twist and control you. Like you're changing your ways in regard to how you how you assert yourself and how confident you are, how you express, how you show up. And you're doing it through this process of like reclaiming yourself from the inside out. You are poised right now, my friend. Like, I don't know what you have set in motion here, but it's beautiful because you're poised right on the verge of a big breakthrough. A big change that you've been making has been building up towards this great show moment. I just saw a flash of Hugh Jackman in that Broadway show or that movie, The Greatest Showman. I don't even know what that's about. Something about The Greatest Showman. Like, you're poised on the verge of like this great performance that is something like, it's like your life's work. It's what you've built up to here. And it's really authentic to you. It's like you having fun and creating and expressing yourself. And you're meant to do that, but you kind of like, you have to make sure that they're showing me the movie Bodyguard right now, Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner, something about security, like literal security or bodyguards or like energy protection, because you're preparing to really show up in a big visible way. Oh, no freaking way. All that glitters. This came out in group number 1 as well. So you are being tasked to know what is definitively not for you, what is like really, really not for you, and not taking it at face value, not trusting it. Like, it's one thing to trust because you have a good heart. But there's something about this energy here where it's like you do have to vet someone or something. Even if they have good intentions, you still have to make sure that nothing is slipping through the cracks here. On the bottom, you have milk and honey because it's like everything that you've worked to build here. Look at this, another rainbow. Look at that. Knight of Wands. Rainbow and rainbow, and they're kind of going in different directions here, but this is like the happily ever moment that you've been working toward. This is the gratification that you've been trying to get to. This is the nourishment that you need. This is the security that you're building, that you've been building within yourself by the book. So you got to make sure that you do it by the book, that you check all the systems are a go and that it's working the right way and that everyone who's coming in is upfront and they're not having any ulterior motives or anything like that. I want to get another one from here. Why do you need to know this right now? The crown, success and pride, because the head who wears the crown is a bit heavy. You do have a lot of like that crown energy up here. So you need extra protection if you're going to be in this visible position. You know, like somebody who doesn't do something super visible isn't going to need that kind of energetic or physical protection just walking around on the street. You know, like I don't know who you are, but I know I don't need a bodyguard walking down the street. It's just me, just little old me. But like if like, say for example, I don't know why Lady Gaga just popped into my mind, or I'm also seeing Burt Reynolds. This is so freaking random, but they're showing me like these random celebrities. If they walk down the street, they're probably going to need some level of protection or additional protection. Not always, but yeah, it just depends on the circumstance. But your success here is coming up and it feels like you're like right on the brink of it. So spirit is having you do all of these sort of like, like little system checks to make sure that you are prepared, to make sure that you're in the right position, the right energy, surrounded by the right people, because that's what's going to help this to continue to bloom and then rebloom again. So it's like not just one show, whatever this is, one opportunity. It's like going to be a lot more opportunities that come in as a result of that. Yeah. They just said focus on what's to come, and they're showing me the 2 cups here in that 5 of cups. So don't focus on what you've lost. Focus on what's to come, because there's something in the future here that's going to be really sweet, really beautiful, very secure. And it's connected to that happily ever after. You've been planting these seeds. You've been investing into this effort, putting time into this, putting skill development. I don't know what you've been doing, but you've been doing something to change your circumstances, and the outcome is going to match what you've put into it. It's like the investment is going to pay off. Peace and serenity with the dove. I just heard something about a big time coming, with the dove. What does that mean? A big time coming, and they're just showing me. Underneath we have endings and beginnings with the wheel, but they were showing me a dove. Okay, now, hold on. They're showing me so much. They're showing me the stadium again. All the lights go down, and then all these like cool like lasers and strobes start going, and then Prince is like emerging from out of underneath the stage, and all these doves fly out, and there's like glitter and sparkles and spotlights, and then he starts singing Dove's Cry. It's like that's what they just showed me. So there's something like you're getting ready to take center stage here and to really shine in a beautiful way, and it's real gold. It's not just the glitter. Like there's actual real substance to it. But this may attract people after the fact that want to shower you with these opportunities that are not for you, or you have to be aware of the energy going into this so that it's the right frequency and you're not carrying anything from the past. Yeah, so it's kind of both, I feel like, because you're like right on the verge here, group number 2, of something really big happening. And I keep hearing a breakthrough. Some kind of a major performance, but there's been like fear and doubt and lack and loss and all of these obstacles that you've had to get through, and all of this pain that you've had to like wade through to get to the stage, to be your authentic self, to do what you came here to do. But you're doing it anyway. Even if you had to drag the anchor all the way, like you did it, you're doing it anyway. Let me get, they want me to get some from the tea leaf deck. I just wanted to call this a set. I've never called a deck a set in my life. The tea leaf set. They're showing me a set of matchsticks. Something about matchsticks. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. You had change here, so you are on the verge of this major change. I was getting that energy of dragging something here with I just heard something about a trowel. I don't know what's going on with that, but they were showing me like dragging the anchor to the stadium. So make sure that you're not the one who's being stubborn, but I don't think it is you, because with not for you and the mule here, you know, the reason why donkeys get labeled as stubborn, it's because they know energetically what is not for them, and they will not do something if it doesn't feel right. Like if a human's trying to make them walk on a sketchy cliff, and the donkey knows, like, no, that's not safe, they're just not going to do it. They're not going to listen, and it's for their own protection. So if something feels like it's dragging you back, listen to that and double check and make sure you're like dotting your T's. Not dotting your T's, crossing your I's, the other way around. Dotting your I's, crossing your T's, because there's something in that's going to give you this inner peace that really helps you to exude that outwardly, and it protects you from the inside out. I just heard serenade as well. Serenade. Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. I heard support offered from a friend, and they showed me milk and honey. So somebody's going to help you to get ahead here. Yeah, relationships are really important for you right now. I heard put pride aside, so make sure that you're not the one being stubborn here. If you need to accept help from a friend, accept help from a friend. They might be able to help you to shift or change your position. And maybe this is about forgiveness or reconciliation too, or something being balanced out and becoming fair with the dove and the olive branch. But just take your time if that's the case. Oh, look, you've got this dove here too, I just noticed in the Ace of Cups. There's an offer of peace for sure. There's an offer of like a truce, or there's an offer of healing, or there's an offer of love. There's an offer of friendship. There's an offer of kinship. I just heard kinship. Ooh, Seven of Swords. But maybe there's like fear that this person... Oh, I just heard on the outs. Is there somebody that you're on the outs with? And they're potentially going to come back and want to... I'm hearing hook up with you. The anchor hooks as well. Okay. Is it good or bad? I don't know, because the all that glitters is gold. That gold card, not for you. I think you're going to be able to tell. I think you're going to be able to tell if this person is for real, if the friendship is worth rekindling, or the relationship or something, or whatever this is that Spirit's talking about here. I'm seeing you being a little prickly, but you're also friendly, like the cactuses here. They're blooming with flowers, but they're also prickly. So there's like, maybe you're balancing both of those energies of self-protection, but also welcome. Like, you're welcome, but you have to check your bag at the door, and you have to go through the metal detector, and you have to pass the security check. Like, you're welcome, but with conditions. Yes. Oh, I like that, because it's like boundaries. Yes, very strong boundaries. And that's what keeps you safe. That's what keeps you secure. So go ahead and do that, because especially if you're about to make something really big happen in your life and some huge changes are going to take place, you want to make sure that all your bases are covered here. Yeah, I really feel that strongly for you, group number 2. So that's the message, I think. They're bringing me back to buy the book again. Oh, and that's why, because underneath it's fork in the road, because there's a big change that's about to happen. And this is going to like change, almost like it feels so huge that it could change the trajectory of your life, like the whole direction that you go and what you pursue and what you do. Something about making a living, I just heard as well. By the book, like following the laws, justice here, making sure that you're doing it right, and that you're vetting other people to make sure they're doing it right too, because this decision is going to be huge for you. What is the decision though? What is this decision? Okay, I'm curious. I was going to end the reading, but I'm kind of curious about this, and I feel like maybe you are too. So let's get one more from the tea leaves. Oh, okay, a few more. Well then, we got younger man and bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. Younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. The Knight of Wands can be younger man energy. I just heard something about friendship and don't want to burst your bubble. And a vase, secret admirer. What the heck is this? And this change. Okay, so I asked about the change, the fork in the road. Maybe this is a decision about whether to keep someone in your life or not, or whether to let them back in. And this is like really big for some reason, because it's connected to something else that's going on energetically, or something that you're doing with business, or I don't know. But there's like a... Okay, maybe the reason this is kind of confusing to me is because there's more than one person here. There's one person that you really can't trust. They're a snake in the grass. They're hiding something. They've got a knife behind their back. There's somebody else that really looks up to you and admires you and is like a fan. Like they are a secret admirer for sure. There's somebody else that is here, like making sure that they're checking things for you as well, like protecting you, making sure that everything is double checked and all the contracts are upheld, like a manager or something. And then you've got your spirit team too. And your intuition is really loud right now, so pay attention to it. So there's a lot of different energies here. And again, like the stadium, right? The stadium is like a lot of people, thousands of people. So energetically, that's kind of what this feels like. The vibe is kind of mixed and matched. And that's why you have to be discerning here with that bat energy coming out, knowing what is not for you. So with this decision... I want to say go with your gut. I want to say, like, if you feel something is off, listen to that and don't doubt it. Yeah. because you've got some kind of internal radar that's going to ping you if something is wrong, if something is off. And it doesn't mean that you have to be rude or dismissive. You can still be friendly, but you are making sure that you're watching your own back, or that you have somebody who's doing that as well. The dog far away feels like a protection, like a guardian on the other side, or guardian angel, a guardian animal. Somebody that can kind of bark if they see something that's false. Like dogs at the airport who, they sniff out things that aren't supposed to be there. It's like that. This dog has a great sense, and so does the mule. So listen to those things and don't let anybody talk you out of what your gut, your intuition, or your instinct is telling you. That's what's actually going to lead you to this path of fulfillment and to seeing all of this beauty unfold for you. Okay. I still feel like there's something I'm missing. Group number 2, I still feel like there's something I'm missing. So hold on. Let's get the astro dice, because I keep pulling my focus back to the astro dice. You got Aries, Moon, 3rd house. So the Moon in Aries in the 3rd house. Communication, short distance travel, technology. They said showmanship again. The Moon here, something that's hidden, or the emotional self. You're definitely dealing with the emotional layers of the body here. Aries is like the performer in this case. I mean, it would more so be Leo, but I'm seeing Aries being about like getting up on stage and giving a talk, or I heard something about putting something down. Put it down. You got something in your hand, put it down. I don't know what they're talking about with that. That's for someone specific. I don't know what's in your hand that you need to put down. Aries ruled by Mars. It's kind of aggressive. Like that's why it's Mars rules sharp objects and weapons. So you do have to kind of like make sure that you are looking into the Moon. Feels like look in the purse, scan everything. Yeah. Like this is a major security checkpoint. You go to an airport, you're going through a big change. You go to a concert, it's a big event. Like you have to walk through security. So make sure you're doing that. Or maybe you will be. Maybe you'll literally be traveling with that 3rd house energy. Maybe you're going to be going to an event. Maybe you're going to be performing at an event. Maybe you're going to be traveling. So know that you have this inner peace when you can just trust yourself. Trust your intuition. If your ears prick up, listen to that, because you're going to get messages about it. Okay, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything here. It feels a little bit more like we wrapped it up, group number 2. So I hope it was helpful. Just take what resonates here. This reading kind of felt like it was all over the place, but sometimes when that happens, people are like, no, this one really hit home for me, or it makes a lot of sense, or like there's just stuff that I don't understand in the reading, so it doesn't make sense to me, but hopefully it makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, don't worry. Just might not be your reading. Okay, so thanks guys for being here. Thank you to the members on the channel for supporting my work. Thank you to all those who have donated and support my work in that way, who have sent in decks and all that good stuff. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you to Becca from Otter Spirit. There's a discount code that she sent us if you want to get some crystal jewelry or check out what they have in their shop. It's at otterspirit.com, and the discount code is in the description box below. Thanks again, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Dolphins card. It says playfulness and cooperation. And let's see what else we got here. The Star. I really like this energy. It feels soft compared to groups 1 and 2. They were a little bit more intense. Let me see though. Oh, as soon as I say that, it's like, I jinxed it. Sorry, the Tower card. But it doesn't even feel quite as intense as the Tower chord. Are you cutting some cords? I was trying to say it doesn't feel as, no, they are telling me something about karmic ties, cord cutting, and the release is like creating this sense of calm. That's why it doesn't feel so chaotic. The Tower card energy is chaotic usually, but it's like it's not playing out right now, or like it was. Yeah, there's a healing essence. I just heard the word provoked. Were you provoked into healing something here? Definitely you were. The Death card. This was a catalyst for change, for growth, for evolution, but definitely for some kind of spiritual healing or spiritual enlightenment on your path. Yeah, they're saying highly evolved souls. Now this reading, the topic, which I didn't even mention before getting into these cards, it was grandstanding. Something about grandstanding, Spirit said, and they showed me a peacock. And in groups 1 and 2, it was a little bit different. For you, group 3, it feels kind of like you're stepping up right now. And you're kind of coming back from something that was really difficult for you, that was really challenging, that may have felt like a setback, but you're bouncing back, or you're stepping up into a new state of being is what this feels like. The Four of Cups. I just heard the Chancellor taking the call. The Chancellor taking the call. What the heck does that mean? The Four of Cups, he's not taking this cup. I feel like you are, though. I feel like you're getting a hand from the divine here, group number 3. Like you're getting some kind of divine intervention. And Spirit or God, source energy, the universe is showing up for you in a really big way. Your higher self, too. It's showing up in a really physical way. Something that you can't ignore. And it's a catalyst. They keep telling me something about a catalyst. Knight of Pentacles. It gets things moving in this new direction in your life. I just heard something about peacocking. Yeah, that's the whole energy of grandstanding, is like kind of like showing off or something. It feels like, in your case, group number 3, God is showing off. God is showing off, and they're showing me a straight flush. They said showing their hand. God is showing their hand, and straight flush. Maybe it's an energetic flush, but in poker, a straight flush is a good hand, I think. It's been a long time since I've played poker, but yeah, something about these cards all being in alignment, or you getting into alignment, or events unfolding from this catalyst moment into alignment. Four of Swords. Okay, they said the fearful has sacrificed the fear. The fearful has sacrificed the fear. Four of Swords. Peace. Inner state of, like I just keep feeling a lot of peace. And I think that's where this playfulness and cooperation comes in with the dolphins. It's like because you feel more at peace, you can see these situations that were more challenging on the surface in this more playful light. And you're like, oh, I don't have to take it quite so seriously because God has got my back, or like Spirit is showing me the magic, or I know that I'm protected because I feel that, like I'm in that state of being, like kind of being in the eye of the storm a little bit here, or a lot. Queen of Wands, like you're in your power and you're creating from that place of power. Like while the world burns around you, you're like, wow, it's a beautiful day. And not like the "this is fine" meme where he's in the room like, this is fine, but it's not. It's like, this is actually fine for you because, or it will be, because it's like you can feel the inspiration. It's like it's your muse in some way, or you're seeing the magical dance of the universe unfolding around you and before you, and you're like, wow, this is great. I can work with this. I can roll with this for sure. Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's happening on your behalf. As soon as I flipped it over, I heard happening on your behalf. And the Eight of Wands is things that happen quickly, that move fast, that are out of your hand. They've already been set in motion. And I'm hearing divine intervention. They're showing me the tower with the lightning here. It's the hand of God stepping in, the divine intervention that's taking place on your behalf. What's the divine intervention of Six of Swords? It gets you 555 as I looked at the card through the camera. So this is like a major reposition to a place of peace. This is going from not a stable environment to calm, serene, peaceful waters. It feels like vacation vibes. Like it's like going from the world is on fire to this beautiful island with clear crystal waters and dolphins playing. And you're just like, thank you, God, for redirecting me here, because somehow God got you there. Or they opened that up to you in some way. How did they do that? Four of Pentacles. They gave you the resources you needed. They provided the protection. Lots of four here. Four energy. 444. Protection. Angelic intervention. Divine support. A restructuring, but it's creating this stability for you that wasn't present in the tower, or in the tower moment, or through this death and change and transformation, but it's resulting in stability nonetheless. Strength. You're being given the strength. I just heard something about the Lord's Prayer, and I heard, Lord, give me strength. If you've prayed for strength, you're getting it. You are getting it in more ways than one. They're showing me the strong stalk of the sunflower, like the thickness of the stem and how it creates that stability for it to be able to grow really high. But the tower also grows high, so you're facing the sun, the strength to grow tall. Something about that. Look at that, 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is that playful, happy, everything is good energy. And you're in this, or you will be, because you see the magic. Like, you're not worried about anything because you've got the genie's lamp. And as long as you've got the genie's lamp, you know everything's going to be okay. And here's the other thing. The genie's lamp can't be taken from you, can't be stolen from you, because the genie's lamp is not something physical. It's something that resides within you. It's this state of faith, trust, inner peace, something that you've been practicing. It's the community that you have in the spirit realm, maybe even here in the physical as well. Like, you've got support. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Wow. 7 of Swords and 7 of Cups on the bottom. Interesting energy. 2 sevens, 7, 7. Seven, 8, 9. This, when I just mentioned, because she's got the lamps here, and I was mentioning the genie, it's reminding me of Aladdin, and this cobra is reminding me of Aladdin. Because when Jafar turns into the cobra, it's like you can outwit the snake, like you can out-trick the trickster, or like God has a much larger plan here, or you're just having like fun with the chaos a little bit because you're like, I can create so much from this, like I can do whatever I want. So battle of the wits, battle of the wills, and you win out because you have this inner strength, and you've got the strength of God backing you up too. That's a big blessing to have, you know? And I think that it comes to you, and it's in alignment for you, group number 3, because you've used it before. You know how to connect to that energy. You know how to bring it in. You know how to pray, or how to manifest, or like, you know how to get into alignment with that, or protect. I don't know what you do, but you know how to do it. You know how to get to where you're going. You've got the 6 of Swords in this boat with 2 the sea, and another 7. Yeah, 7, 7, 7. So there's a lot of alignment here. There's a lot of luck. Spiritual, the 7th chakra. There's a lot of spiritual alignment. And I think that this divine intervention is kind of like, I heard the cock crows, something about the rooster crowing, scaring away the snake. The rooster, the basilisk runs from the snake, or the basilisk or the snake runs from the Rooster? Yeah, there's something about divine intervention here. I'm hearing something about an operatic, operation. Anyway, the sea card is making me feel like you know the direction to go. You trust the divine because you understand, and you've been here before is what I just heard as well. You've been here before, and you know that when the chips are down or when everything is like tense like this, God or the divine or your spirit team comes in and they will show you what to do. And you know that. Regeneration. Love this with the star card because that's regeneration as well. Like this is a catalyst for you regenerating your own power. And you, again, it's like you're in this state of metamorphosis or transformation and you know that. And again, you just like trust the process and you're like having fun with it because you're like, yeah, I've done this before. It can be chaotic, but like, it's okay because I understand that about it and I'm going to move through that and come out so much better for it. Yin. Going into that inner female feminine polarity resource to trust, to heal, to regenerate, to surrender. Yeah, surrender, to feel, to flow like the dolphins and the waves, like just going with it. And it becomes so effortless, so graceful, so fun to be able to do that because you're not fighting against it. You're just letting it happen, letting it go and moving forward. Oh, look at that. You've got here and now. The egg here is speaking to me of rebirth. Oh, a rebirth into a whole new world. Well, that's an Aladdin reference too, I just realized. A whole new world. Okay. Your wish is granted. Truth be told. Truth be told. All that glitters is on the bottom. And this came out in group 1, group 2, and now group 3. And the 7 of Swords is like this something hidden, something fake, and that all that glitters energy is there as well, poised. But in this case, group number 3, I feel like you are able to see what's beyond that golden mask. Look at, so you've got the 2 golden masks here. Like you know how to see beyond what is readily available right in front of you. Like you're able to sense and see, feel and know, trust, go beyond. Something about statistics I just heard. I don't know what that's referring to. They're showing me the Knight of Pentacles with the statistics message. Well, the Knight of Pentacles gives me Virgo energy. It's like tallying things up, calculating, knowing the statistics. Like statistically, the divine has always been on my side, so I'm gonna trust that to happen again. Something like that. The gate, it's an open gate too. It's opportunities and home. Here and now, you got the door open here, the window open here. So you got a lot that's opening for you. I think that's what that 7 of Cups was talking about too. Like you have so many wishes here that can be granted, and you've got a lot of options. You got doors, you got windows, you got gates, you've got everything being provided to you that you could possibly need through this transformation. And again, it's like you know that. Another journey and the ocean, distance, journey, and ocean. They just showed me a marching band randomly. A marching band marching to the sea. Some kind of a journey here. They're showing me it opening something up for you, or an opening. You could literally be getting repositioned here to go to the sea, to the ocean, like swimming with dolphins or something, somewhere where dolphins are literally there, so that you can get into this yin energy, or reclaim this yin energy, or go through this death process and transform yourself. And you're coming out the other side so much more stable, so much more secure in your connection with Source, in your connection with your own creativity, your own personal power. Yeah, there's a lot here to do with overseas travel, the ocean, the Six of Swords, to the sea, and the dolphins here. Like there's some kind of overseas travel. I'm hearing something about an overnight decision. Maybe it's an overnight flight, an overnight change, something that you're deciding on once you've had time to think about it, but they're actually showing me somebody dreaming. So like to dream about it, you've had time to sleep on it maybe. I just heard way shower. You're going to show the way, or spirit is showing you the way. I heard golden girdle. I don't know what that's talking about, and it was connected to that Knight of Pentacles energy. A golden girdle and something about a knight in shining armor. Spirit is your knight in shining armor. Distant horizon, you're seeing the distant horizon and following that inner alignment. That's what results in all of this. Okay, they just said pitter patter of little feet. So random, some of these messages that are coming up here. Pitter patter of little feet. Playfulness. Oh, right, I forgot. Playfulness. Pitter patter of little feet. Like you're going to be feeling playful, or there's a journey that's coming up here that re-inspires that sense of playfulness. New life. Yeah, look, I was mentioning the egg. And the death. It's like, this is a new life. This is a new life. Maybe you're creating new life. The pitter patter of little feet. It could very well be. Oh, they said the ocean is a source of metamorphosis and regeneration. They're showing me Venus rising from the ocean in the clam, like the yin energy. That's divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy. You have the Queen of Wands under there. That's the creation, like that spark of life. So you could be creating life literally. You could be changing your life metaphorically or physically. Oh, I just heard metaphysically. It feels it could be any and all of them. It could be literally all of these areas of your life are getting touched by this divine intervention, by this change, this reposition, this opportunity. You could be moving homes. You could be changing your home. You could be adding life to your home. Doing some healing. Yeah, they started singing, what's that song, Down by the Sea? Down by the sea, where the watermelons grow, something, to my home. Home, right, home. A home by the sea? What else do you need to know here? And how is this connected to grandstanding or anything like that? Oh yeah, they already said that. They reminded me again because I was asking because I forgot. They said the grandstanding in your case, group number 3, is spirit showing off and proving to you that you can trust yourself, the divine, the universe, God, source, creator, your higher self, whatever. You can trust the magic of your life because you know and have been through time and time again of these cycles, like these dark nights of the souls that lead to this alchemy and transformation, this metamorphosis, this new self that's reborn. You're looking long term here, off into the distance, into the horizon, knowing that this is all part of the journey. This is part of the process, and you're just trusting that and knowing that it is happening for a reason, and that reason is for you. It's for your growth. It's for your healing. It's for your benefit. So in regard to this kind of like a little bit sketchy energy, I feel like there's nothing to worry about here for you, group number 3, because you can avoid any conflict or chaos that's put in your way. And you understand that even if you can't avoid it, it's a catalyst for this regeneration, healing, growth, and transformation. So it's like, it's all wins for you, group number 3. It's all coming up, group number 3. So don't worry about a thing. Spirit's got your back. You've got your back, and this healing is profound. So just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep on keeping on. Keep calm, carry on, because you have got this like no other. And you're going to be so happy with the outcome, for sure. One last message. They're saying something about grounding into the here and now, grounding into the present moment. This is where you can have fun with things. That's like the eye of the storm. There's this inner protection that they're showing me that exists in that grounded state of now. And then this is where the transformation takes place and you're reborn. You're going to bloom, you're going to blossom, and you're going to see the benefits of that long term. Okay, group number 3. That is the message that Spirit wanted to bring through today for you. I hope it was helpful. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And Spirit's saying, take it and go. Take it and go. Go on your merry way on this beautiful journey that you're on in your life. I love you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the donations. Thank you to the members who support my work here on the channel. And thank you to Otter Spirit for the discount code and the crystal jewelry. The description box has all the information you need about anything that you're curious about. You can check it out for more info. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye.